Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial video. So today we'll be designing a flyer with Pixel Lab for our smartphone designers. So let me look at my Pixel Lab. Alright, so this will be a short one actually. And alright, just cancel. So this is how your Pixel Lab interface will look like. This is how your Pixel Lab interface is going to look like. Alright, so first thing you want to do is set your custom size. Set your size. So as we go on, you will get familiar with this interface. So look at this bottom row where you see these three circles intersected, this letter A, and this shape overlapping each other, and then this thing looking like a magic wand. So you go to this shape intersecting each other. That's how you work on your background. So this color is for your background color. This is transparent, means if you want your background to be transparent. That's for maybe logos or anything like that. You get. So this image size is to set the size of your canvas. What size are you working with? This is just perfect square ratio 1:1. So if you're not working with this, you have to set the size of canvas you want to work with. So this crop is if probably you want to crop your background, your image. Then this image is, there are some stock images that come with Pixel Lab. So here you see those stock images. Probably you want to use one of them for your background. You can use them from here. Then from gallery means you want to import an image from gallery to use on Pixel Lab. Then from camera means you want to take a picture instantly that you will use here on Pixel Lab. Alright, so yeah, we're just dealing with image size first. So the image size, yes. So there are different image sizes that you can just incorporate. Just click on any of them and then it will directly tell you what size you are working with. So what we are doing here now is we are putting it as custom, and then we have to type in whatever size we want. So let's put here 1080 by 1350 by 1350. So it should be the ratio of 4:5. So click OK, and yes, we have set our canvas. So this new text that you're seeing on the screen will definitely be on your canvas automatically whenever you create one. Alright, so now let's change the background color to white. So you put this as color and then you change it to white. Let's just delete this. To delete this, you can see that this text is selected. So look at the top left corner here, you see delete. You can just click on it, delete. So it asks confirmation, delete this selected object. Yes. So this is our canvas. We talked about understanding. If you watched the previous video, the one where I did explanation for those using laptop for our PC designers, please, if you have not watched that video, try to watch it. So I'll be doing less talking here, and then I'll just go straight into designing. Okay, so according to our sketch the other day, let's first type out the seasonless collection is here, right? So you want to type, you come to this bottom, the lower bottom corner, sorry, the lower bottom row. So you click on A here. So you click on A, you add text. So you see the text on the top left corner. So you see, come back down here, you see edit. Just click on edit. Alright, so what next is you edit this text. So a seasonless collection is here. Add an exclamation mark and then click OK. So you can drag your text all over your screen and then increase it at the bottom here, or you can move it. Look at the options that I'm scrolling through now. You can, so this is edit to edit the text, this is delete to delete text, this is copy to like duplicate the text. So this is concerning our layer panel. So if you want to move the layer panel to the front, so now let me tell us where our layer panel is. Look at the top right corner under these three dots, you see this is where our layer panel is. This is our layer panel. So because the seasonless collection is here, this is the only thing we have on our layer, on our canvas. That's why it is the only thing showing here. That is the only thing showing here. let's hide the layer panel. So this is to front, to move it towards the front on the layer panel, to back, to move it behind on the layer panel. So this is position. So this is like alignment. It helps it helps to move your elements to wherever you want to put them. So this relative position is like alignment. Align to the center, align to the right, to the left, up, down, then center. All right, so this size is like, to increase the size. The text, okay, the padding. Now this padding is like giving it, how do I put it, space or paragraph. Giving it space or paragraph. So we don't really need this padding. So next is color, to give your elements colors, obviously. All right, so next is texture. So in case you have, okay, we'll deal with this texture later on. We'll do texture later on. Next is opacity, to reduce and increase the opacity. This is rotate, to rotate your object. This is mask, we'll deal with mask later. This is font, to change the font of your elements of your text. Now let's look for a good font. Let's look for a good font that we can use. Let's try to get one. Okay, let's just use this. Let's just use this Alpha Slab 1 regular. Everybody should have it on their Pixel Lab. So click OK. Now, so let's leave all this for now. So come here to align. Come here to align. Align is, so we are using the center alignment. I hope you get that. So spacing here is, this is your tracking. This is the tracking I'm talking about. This is the tracking I'm talking about. And line spacing here is the leading. The leading. Right. So I hope we've gotten that. So stroke here, this stroke, this shadow, all of these we'll be using them. We cannot just quickly know them once now. We'll be knowing them once we are using them. So let's change this color to something pink. Let's change the color to something pink. Where's color? This color. Let's change it to something pink. So if you want to change, you can use a color, you can use gradients. So if you want to use a color that is not here in the options here, click on this plus icon. Then you select your color automatically. The shade of color and then everything you need. So select OK. Alright, so let's just use this. So be very sure to always align your text to the center or wherever you are aligning them to. You can just use this position to move it upwards, and that's it. So the next thing is to add a shape. You start a shape. There is actually how do I call it? What do I call it? Yeah, a shape. There's actually a shape on this lower part of the canvas. So if you want to include the shape, you come to this lower part where we selected the text, where we work on the background. Then the one at the middle here, click on it. Click on it. So if you click on it, you see the stickers, import, draw, shapes, bezier, arrow. So stickers are just like ready-made stickers that are on Pixel Lab. Import is if you want to import an image to use here, you can import. Then draw is probably you want to draw something. Probably you want to draw something with your hand. So we are not drawing now. So now shapes is what we are working with. So this shape is in white color. So to select different types of shapes, you can click on this square here. This square on this, like on the lower part, this square with this drop down arrow beside it. Click on it, and then you see different shapes. So we are working with circle. Let's give it a color. Let's give it this pink color that we are working with. Then here you can now adjust your shape to whatever size you want it to be. We are not working with a perfect circle. So let's increase this. Please, our advice, if you have not watched the previous video, please check it out on YouTube and watch it. The link will be dropped in. You can just check it out on YouTube and watch it, so as to understand the majority of what I'm doing here. Alright, so if you enter this, so now we have our shape already. Now what next is to draw our three circles. So let's add another shape. First, you are selecting this. Come to your layer panel here. You can see that you are selecting the shape. If you want to select the text, you just click on it, select the text. So whichever has this blue line under it is the one that is selected. So if you select the shape now, you see that there is no room for you to create there's no room for you to add a new shape. So you have to select something outside a shape before you can be able to add a new shape. Adding a new shape, click on this place once again, then change it to circle. Then let's just use a color black. Let's just use a color black, and let's give it this pink font. So okay, now we have, if you can see here, this is the opacity for the shape. So leave it in 100. This is the feel of the shape, if it's color or gradient. Gradient is a combination of two colors. Gradient is a combination of two or more colors. So we're using the color black. So we don't really need the color here. Why? Because an image will still later feel the shape. So we're just like drawing the outline for the image. So we are giving it stroke now. Stroke. So stroke. So let's first select our stroke color. Stroke color, we're using this pink. We're using this pink. So it's selected. Now stroke width is how thick your stroke will be. So let's just increase it till we get our desired. Alright, let's do it at 7. So we still reduce it a bit more. Then put it here. Press it here. And that's it. Okay, so after we've created this shape, so next thing is we need 3 of these. So instead of creating another 2, we just have to duplicate this one. So just copy. It has duplicated. So then you drag it and bring it here. Then copy again. You drag it and bring it here. So now we realize, I think these shapes are too big. So let's just reduce them. Reduce their size. So come to relative size here, and then reduce it to 30%. Come to relative size here. Reduce it to 30%. Come to relative size here. Reduce it to 30%. Alright, so now, alright, so we have some things that help us in alignment. We have a feature here that helps us in alignment, and it's called the grid. So look at where we select our layer panel here. Look directly to the left of it. You see this kind of boxes. Click on it, and then here we have the grid. So you can actually customize your grid. You can customize your grid to help you to align stuffs to each other. So so if you look down below your screen, you see this blue box, this blue small box with this letter U, and then this like grid settings on it. So you click on the grid settings and then when you click on that grid settings, you'll be able to adjust any grid. So now we want to make sure these 2 lower boxes are aligned to each other. As you can see now, they are aligned. So now that's what I wanted to check. So you can just adjust your your grid to make sure it can serve as a guideline. You can use it to set a margin. You see what I'm doing? You can use it to set a margin that, okay, whatever element I'm using will not pass this line and this line. Alright, so after that, we are done with the grid. Let's just click on it back to hide it. So you can just easily check through to ensure your elements are aligned however you want them. Alright, so we have shapes now ready. So let's leave this. We'll add the pictures later on. So next thing we should input now is the text. The explanation, just like I said in the previous video, the explanation for the seasonless collection is here. So some people who are not familiar with the seasonless collection will not actually know what the seasonless collection is all about. So we are going to do some explanation. So the explanation is actually going to be on a shape. It's going to be on a pink rectangle. The explanation is going to be on a pink rectangle. So what we are going to do first is to draw out the pink rectangle. So we'll draw the pink. So what we are going to do first is to draw out the pink rectangle. After drawing out the pink rectangle, you'll be able to write out your text on it. So click on shapes here, then change the color to pink. Change the color to pink. So this is where it will be. This is where it will be. So you can just align it to the center and then move it a bit upward. All right, so now let's add our text. Let's add our text. So you edit here, then okay, so we are done typing, then you click OK. So we are going to bring this here. We are going to change the color. First, let's change the font. Click on this AB here. Let's change the font to Arial. Change the font to Arial. Then OK. Okay, so let's break it down. Let's first reduce the size. So now to break it down, you don't have to click start editing your text and clicking enter. You see this circle on the guideline that is showing around the text, the circle by the right hand side here. Just click on that circle and click on this circle and drag to the left. So this is it. Then you come here, then you align to the center. Come to align here and align to the center, since we're using center alignment. So you come here, then you change the color to white. Change the color to white. So let's increase the size a bit. Let's increase the size a bit. Increase the size a bit. Then ensure it is also centralized. So we've added the text. So one thing we can do here in Pixel Lab also is we can add style to the text. Beside this font, you see this style. So you can make it bold, you can make it italic, you can underline it. And to cancel all the actions you've done, you can just click on this T/ here. So let's bold it and leave it like that. So next thing we are doing is adding the launch date. So let's just duplicate this text. Just copy. So it will be up here. Since the text is white, let's change the color to what we are using, which is black. So to edit, is either you come to edit here or you just double tap on the text itself, just like we used to do in Photoshop. Double tap on the text itself. So the launch date is July 5, 2025. So click on OK, then you can drag it here. Then let's increase the size a bit. Okay, let's leave it at 28. Then relative position, align it to the center. Okay. Alright, so I believe we are going. Let's increase the size a bit. Let's increase it to 30. Then align it back to the center here. Alright. So what next? Is not really something much. It's not really something much. So okay, we've not added the logo. So let's just type out something for the logo. The Urban Loom. I don't have the fonts. The fonts are used for the PC. I don't have it here. Alright, so let's check for another font. Click on fonts here. Let's look for a very good script font. That is readable. Let's try this. let's just use this. So I think it has to be small. That's how we use it on the PC. So bring it to the center and then position, bring it down. Let's increase the size a bit to, okay, let's put it at 30. And then relative position back to the center. So that is that. So okay, we created a shape behind it too. Let's just duplicate this shape for that. Let's duplicate this shape for that. So copy. So let's bring it here. Now, what we've done now, this shape is now on top of the urban loom on the layer panel. This is the urban loom. This is the shape we just duplicated. So what we are going to do here is to come here and press to back. So as we click on to back, we see that it's adjusted to the last. So it became the last thing on the layer panel. It became the last element on the layer panel. If you click on to front, you take it up. You click on to back, you bring it down. Click on. So now let's leave it at to back. If actually it were up here before and you just wanted to bring it behind the urban loom, you can just long press on it. This 6 dots, this 8 dots by the left hand side. Try to click on it. It's usually is being difficult sometimes. So click on it. So click on it and drag it behind here. Okay, that's good. So let's click on our layer panel back. So let's change the text color. Since we have selected that, we've selected a layer, change the text color to white. And then the position, bring it down here a bit. So let's just move this a bit up. And then the text. So to undo, there's this arrow up here on this blue interface, this blue background. There's this arrow that points to the back. Just click on it to undo. So let's bring position up here. Click on it. All right. So let's increase the size of this seasonless collection. Let's leave it at 60. Then the relative position to the center. And then okay. Now I want to do something. I want to move this launch date and then this explanation. This seasonless collection is a range of blah blah blah. I want to move it downwards a bit. So what I can do now is I'll select this layer panel and then look through the layer panel and look down. You see this arrow, this circle, small circle that has this this check sign and this cancellation sign. So if you click on it, so you're going to select the layers you want to. Maybe you want to conduct an action. Like I said, I want to move this launch date, this explanation and the shape behind it. I want to move them all down. So you just click on the 3 of them on the layer panel. Just like I said, that you have to be familiar with your layer panel when on the last tutorial video. So here too, you have to be familiar with your layer panel. Please, once again, if you have not watched that tutorial video, go back and watch it. You will understand many things we are doing here better in that tutorial video. Thank you very much. So so I've selected 3 of them. Now I want to conduct an action for the 3 of them. So come back down here. You see this delete sign? No. You see this screen with a pen on it. So click on that. You now see this. You have to be familiar with the icons too. The first one is rotate. The second one is size. The one okay, the first one is rotate. The one by the side of it is size. Come under. We have relative position. We have position. We have the eye, which is hide. You have to hide the layers, and then we have the lock. We can also lock layers here. So we are clicking on position here, and then we are bringing it down. We're bringing it down. Then click on check. Okay, so let's click on the launch date back. Let's click on it and position. Let's take it up a bit. All right. So that is stats. That is stats. All right. So what next is to add the information below, which is the CTA, our call to action, which is available now in our IG shop. That is the call to action we are using, and then the social media icons. All right. So let's just duplicate this text and then edit it. Available now via our IG shop. So click on that. So you can just drag it down here and change the color to white. change the color to white. Change the color to white. All right, so what next is our social media addresses, our contact addresses. So we created a shape for that. Come to shape, and we created a shape for that, a white rectangle actually. So we put it here. Let's expand it a bit more. So we placed it here. Notice that you should keep a margin. You should always keep a margin between your texts and the edge of your canvas. Always keep that negative breathing space. So you can check this. So we have that already. So the next thing is to add our texts on it. Okay, so let's duplicate these texts. Come to where you edit your text here, then copy. So you've duplicated it, edit it. Then what text are we adding first? Reach out to us. Then an exclamation mark. Okay. So you bring it down here, but we are not seeing it. Let's change the color to black. So black was what we used actually. So let's reduce the size. Let's reduce the size to 22. Then the position. We cannot use relative position here because we are not aligning it to the center. So let's use the position. Now the position, there's something, if you can see this line here, move by. So now it means how far do you want to move it at once. So if you select moving, if you bring it to move by 1 pixel, if you move it, you can see that it's moving, but it's moving at a very slow rate. That's maybe the distance you want to cover is very tiny. You just want to move it a bit, you can use that. But if you want to move it over a long distance, you can bring it to 14, and then it will move a long distance where you're clicking on it. You get? So now I want to align it to the center of the rectangle, but this move by 14 pixels will not allow me. What I'll do is I'll move it to the back here, maybe move by 3, then I'll align it to the center. So now it has aligned to the center. So you click on, you check now. So that's it. We've added the text. So what next is to add our social media addresses. All right. So what is next now? What is next now is we are adding our social media icons. So I'll drop a link to where we'll be downloading these social media icons. So you can get them from PNG Egg, PNGEGG. That's pngegg.com. You can get them from there. And okay, so let's import them. So to import them, you can come to this shape here and press import. And it will take you to your file manager. Just take you to your file manager. Yeah, okay, these are my recent downloads. I just downloaded this last 2. So these 2 are what I want to import. You can just import one at a time. So when you click on the one, you click on select at the top right corner here. Select. Then it will bring you to a preview. Probably you want to, crop it and all of that. So then click on this. So it has been added to your canvas. So let's reduce the size. Just come to size here and reduce the size. Bring it here, reduce the size to this small. So you can now use your position to move it down here. So that's it. So now if you notice, I've been duplicating. Let's reduce the size a bit more. If you notice, I've been duplicating text. Is for repetition. I want to use the same font all through. So right now we have just used 2 fonts. We are not counting the fonts that I use for the Urban Loom. Why? Because we are using that as their logo. So now let's duplicate this reach out to us font. The text. So copy, then edit. So let's say their Instagram icon, their Instagram address is at the Urban Loom. Okay, so after you've typed it, you click on OK. Then let's first use the relative position to bring it down here. So you use your position to now take it up. Okay, so that is it. Then okay, let's give it space. Let's space them a bit. Let's space them a bit. So the Instagram icon, click on it, then you use position to move it away from the reach out to us. Okay, so let's import our phone icon. Let's import our phone icon as well. So this is it. Then you would relative size, you reduce it. I think we used 4% for the Instagram icon. It might not be the same with this one here. However, let's just continue. Relative position, bring it down here. So we will now use our position to drag it to our desired location. Okay, so we'll still do adjustments here. We are not done. So let's copy this at the urban loom. Let's copy, then you edit, then you change. Let's type out a phone number. This is fictional. This is my phone number actually. I just type it out there. So since you're working with a fictional project, it's not a real project. So let's reduce the size to 20. I was going to check if it was still on bold. Well, yes, it is. So now let's expand this rectangle. Let's expand this rectangle. Okay, let's cancel. So if you want to edit rectangle, you can also just come here and edit here. You can just come here and edit here at this left, this extreme left. Just click on edit, and then you can drag to the extremities and check. Okay, so let's ensure it is aligned. And now let's select everything in the rectangle and shift them to somehow align them to the center. So you select everything here and then position. Alright, so yes, I believe it is now centralized. Okay, so we are done with the flyer. The only thing remaining is importing the pictures and putting them in the circles. So how do we go about that? You click on each circle, then you come to texture. So texture is just like filling the circle with a particular picture. So I might want to use a particular color that maybe I don't know. So I can just now download a picture of that color, maybe a picture of that particular color, and then use it as a texture for a shape. So that means I'm giving that shape that particular color. Alright, so then click on this gallery image here to select a particular picture that you want. So let's look for where the picture is. I come to images, then go to pins. I downloaded some pictures here. Okay, so let's use this. So let's resize to 1:1. Let's use 1:1 size and check. As you can see, it has filled it. So click on the second one. Okay, there is something I want us to notice. In the previous video, I was talking about Photoshop editable file or Photoshop source file, which is PSD. Now, I mentioned something about Pixel Lab source file, which is PLP. So you can save this this project as a project. So look at the top left corner, you see this plus sign. Then right to the side, you see this save icon. So you save as project. Save as project. The project name, you can name it. You can name it Seasonless Collection. So that way we are done saving. Now to export as an image, as a picture, I will drop it. You watch out for the next tutorial video. I will be dropping how to export as on Photoshop and on Pixel Lab in the next tutorial video. Thank you very much.